In this video, I am going to discuss about evaluation and its types. After deciding what should we teach, the content and how should we teach the method, the next step in the teaching learning process is how to know that the children have learned or understood what we have taught them. That is the evaluation process. Evaluation is an integral part of teaching learning process. In practice, evaluation is used to pass judgment about students' achievement. Though it can be used for improving students' learning, evaluation should not be only the measurement of students' learning, but it should also be used for improving students' achievement. For this, it is important that evaluation be treated as an inseparable part of the teaching learning process and the evaluation data be used as diagnostic device so that proper remedial instruction could be undertaken to improve students' learning. According to Cater V. Good, evaluation is the process of ascertaining or judging the value or amount of something by use of standard appraisal. Togerson and Adams said that to evaluate is to ascertain the value of a process or a thing. Thus, educational evaluation is the passing of judgment on the degree of worthwhileness of a teaching process or learning experiences. Quillen and Hanna said that evaluation is the process of gathering and interpreting evidences of change in the behavior of the students as they progress through school. Purpose of evaluation. The following are the purpose of evaluation: to provide for the collection of evidence which will show the degree to which the pupils are progressing towards curricular goals, to permit teachers and supervisors evaluate the effectiveness of curricular experiences, activities, and instructional methods, to make provision for building the growth of individual pupils, to diagnose their weakness and strength, to the point out areas where remedial measures are desirable, to provide a basis for modification of the curriculum or for the introduction of experiences to meet the need of the individuals and group of pupils, to motivate pupils toward better attainment and growth. Steps involved in evaluation. Define the objectives to be tested. Determining and classifying what is to be evaluated always has priority in the evaluation process. State objectives. State objectives in terms of behavior modification, that is the learning outcomes. Selection of evaluation tools. After objectives are clarified, select the evaluation tools and techniques to appraise a group of them. Efficacy of tools. Ensure that the selected tools satisfy the criteria of validity, reliability, objectivity, and usability. Administrability of tools. Administer the tool of evaluation selected or constructed to assess the selected objectives. This will yield raw scores of the students. Interpretation of data. Interpret the scores obtained using various methods of interpretation. Application of results. Apply the result of evaluation to the teaching methods, learning activities, and experiences. P.W. Arasian and G.F. Medas have classified classroom evaluation procedure as follows. Determine pupils' performance at the beginning of the instruction, that is placement evaluation. Monitor learning process during instruction, that is formative evaluation. Evaluate achievement at the end of the instruction, that is summative evaluation. And diagnose learning difficulties during instruction, that is diagnostic evaluation. Now try this. Why do we need evaluation for our students? What are the objectives of evaluation? What are the various methods and techniques used for students' evaluation?